Are you looking for 10 best things to do in Flagstaff? Many of the excellent activities in Flagstaff arise outdoors, from exploring the dwellings of indigenous peoples at numerous kingdom parks and country-wide monuments to trekking and snowboarding the close-by mountains, or virtually enjoyable alfresco with a craft beer on the historic downtown and railroad district. Flagstaff is complete of sports. Visitors trying to stretch their brains, in addition to their legs, also can head to the Lowell Observatory for astronomy lectures, or to the Museum of Northern Arizona for a few training in nearby subculture and geology. There also are adequate possibilities for the duration of the town for purchasing and noshing. Here is the list of 10 best things to do in Flagstaff. 1. Walnut Canyon National Monument. The 3,600-acre Walnut Canyon National Monument became hooked up in 1915 with the aid of using President Woodrow Wilson to shield the historical dwellings carved into the region's cliffs. Archaeologists accept as true with that historical humans lived with inside the cliffs heaps of years in the past. And today, traffic can see those dwellings at the same time as trekking the monument's mile-lengthy island trail. Other alternatives for experiencing the park encompass the 30-minute round ride rim trail, which gives traffic lovely canyon overlooks. Many latest tourists have been amazed at how a great deal the extraordinarily small park gives. For instance, latest traffic could not say sufficient approximately the island trail, which winds beyond the canyon houses in which historical humans lived for loads of years. However, a few additionally commented that the hike up and down the island trails greater than 200 steps became quite strenuous, particularly given Flagstaff's excessive elevation. Reviewers additionally recommend preventing to study the informational plaques which are stationed alongside the trail. Not best will you study greater approximately the individuals who as soon as referred to as this region domestic. However, you will additionally be pressured to prevent and take a break. 2. Lowell Observatory. At the Lowell Observatory, traffic can conjure their internal astronomer with the aid of using peering via world magnificence telescopes and sitting in on lectures on subjects like black holes and the records of Pluto. This observatory became based in 1894 with the aid of using the Harvard-graduated mathematician Percival Lowell. Throughout the years, the observatory has been credited with creating a handful of essential findings. In fact, researchers on the observatory have been the primary to find out Pluto. Today, the observatory is domestic to plenty of telescopes, in addition to artifacts like Lowell's first telescope, conventional medical books, and contraptions constructed with the aid of using the observatory's scientists for measuring the bodily traits of celestial bodies. Many tourists advise traveling Lowell Observatory at night time to get the maximum out of the Revel Inn, when you consider that it's whilst the celebs are at their maximum relief. Visitors additionally say the displays placed on with the aid of using the observatory's informed body of workers aren't to be missed. 3. Wupatki National Monument. Established in 1924, the Wupatki National Monument, a part of a collective of Flagstaff area national monuments such as Sunset Crater Volcano and Walnut Canyon, is a nature and subculture preserve. The ancestors of contemporary Pueblo groups as soon as inhabited the region, leaving at the back of their pueblos, or villages, after they moved on. Hopi, Zuni, Navajo, and in all likelihood different tribes byskip on testimonies approximately Wupatki. Members of numerous Hopi clans go back periodically. Travelers can hike via the park's pink rocks, pausing on the village ruins alongside the manor, and studying approximately the daily lives of the individuals who as soon as referred to as Wupatki domestic. Travelers advise preventing with the aid of using the traveler middle to choose up data at the park and the authentic population earlier than heading out to your on-foot excursion. Travelers additionally advise bringing masses of water irrespective of what time of 12 months you are traveling. 4. Sunset Crater Volcano National Monument. Around 900 years in the past, a volcano, which has emerged as referred to as Sunset Crater, erupted and converted the surrounding region. Geologic functions like cinders, lava rock, and lava float compose this nearly otherworldly topography that is punctuated with the aid of using ponderosa pines. Some of the greater famous approaches to revel in the park encompass trekking the 1-mile lava flow trail or hiking as much as the Cinder Hills overlook. Keep in thoughts that backcountry trekking is forbidden for upkeep purposes. Visitors use phrases like dramatic and incredible to explain the revel in of on-foot round on lava rocks and cinders. Some needed that they might get even in the direction of the crater. 5. Flagstaff Extreme. Flagstaff Extreme is an adventurous impediment path wherein contributors a while 7 and older can check their limits on demanding situations like zip lines, rope swings, scrambling partitions, and wobbly bridges, amongst dozens of different functions, a lot of which can be placed at tree level. Each path begins off evolved out with a 30-minute protection and schooling session. Travelers pretty advise spending some hours at the tough publications at Flagstaff Extreme, noting that they have been particularly inspired with the aid of using the body of workers' interest to protection. Though you may be tackling the path to your own, reviewers say teachers are at the floor that will help you navigate the path and offer help need you want to prevent. Visitors additionally caution bringing water bottles which can clip to a harness, in addition to robust footwear and exercising gloves to shield your hands. 6. Lava River Cave. Approximately 700,000 years in the past, whilst molten rock erupted from a vent in close by Hart Prairie, the mile-lengthy Lava River Cave became formed. Today, traffic can discover the cave's cool, darkish expanse with the aid of creating a trek to the Coconino National Forest. The cave is open 12 months round, however roads can be closed in wintry weather, making it quickly inaccessible. Visitors will need to convey more than 1 mild sources, heat layers, and robust footwear. Lava River Cave is cold and slippery even with inside the summertime season. Recent traffic have been awestruck with the aid of using the revel and of trekking a tube cave. Although a few skilled trouble having access to the roads in wintry weather. Test the internet site for the region's working popularity earlier than leaving. All located the trek worthwhile. It is vital to include enough mild that may be used hands loose. 7. Coconino National Forest. One of the maximum various country-wide forests in America. The landscapes with inside the Coconino National Forest variety from Sedona's well-known red rocks to alpine tundra. The 1.8 million-acre woodland additionally boasts historical volcanic peaks and ponderosa pine forests. Popular sports encompass trekking, swimming, fishing, bicycling, hiking, horse driving, and wintry weather sports. Several country-wide monuments are placed in the woodland, which includes the Sunset Crater National Monument, and pinnacle attractions, which includes the Lava River Cave and the Arizona Snow Bowl. Past traffic spotlight the various excellent landscapes. There are many scenic drives for people with restricted time or much less preference to be outdoors. One of the maximum famous is the Volcanoes and Ruins Loop Scenic Drive, which begins off evolved approximately 15 miles northeast of Flagstaff. In addition to Native American ruins, the course passes via the energetic part of the San Francisco volcano area surrounding Flagstaff. For the adventurous, Coconino National Forest might be an entire ride on its own. There are campgrounds and cabin leases in the woodland, at the same time as city tourists will revel in taking a breath of sparkling air. 8. Riordan Mansion State Historic Park. In 1904, brothers Michael and Timothy Riordan, contributors of a distinguished Arizona-owned circle of relatives, commissioned almost equal mansions on the summit of Flagstaff's Kinlichy Knoll. Architect Charles Frederick Whittlesey, who's additionally credited with designing the Grand Canyon's El Tovar Hotel, designed the two houses, which can be definitely related with the aid of using a rendezvous room. Today, traffic can take guided excursions of the 13,000 square foot area to study the Riordan-owned circle of relatives and the records of the property. Though Beyond Traffic stated this wasn't a must-see, they referred to as it a first-rate rainy day activity. Recent tourists love studying approximately the structure of the greater than 100-12 months vintage mansions and the records of the Riordan-owned circle of relatives, who's credited with growing Flagstaff on the flip of the century, along with the guided excursion of the mansions. Latest traffic additionally advised taking gain of a self-guided excursion of the grounds. 9. Historic Downtown and Railroad District. Built alongside the railroad track and what could emerge as Route 66, the historic downtown and Railroad District is a pedestrian pleasant region full of ancient 1900 seconds generation homes which have been transformed to shops, restaurants, galleries, breweries, and different watering holes. The district additionally performs hosts to everyday activities like a seasonal farmers market, a month-to-month artwork walk, loose film nights, and greater. Recent traffic heartily advocated sauntering round Flagstaff's historic downtown and Railroad District, mentioning pleasant locals, open-air track, and endless locations to eat, drink, and shop. Others additionally loved the ancient signposts, homes, and railroad station. Still, a few complained that the university college students made the region a piece too energetic at night time, at the same time as others complained of restricted parking alternatives. 10. Arizona Snow Bowl. Nestled inside the San Francisco peaks at 9,500 feet, the Arizona Snow Bowl is one of the kingdom's excellent spots for snowboarding and snowboarding. The Snow Bowl gives 3 specific regions for plenty of talent levels: the Roundup Rail Park, the Southern Bell Intermediate Parks, and the Sunset Terrain Park that is excellent applicable for improved skiers. The Snow Bowl additionally welcomes traffic to its slopes inside the summertime season for trekking and a scenic chairlift experience that travels as much as 11,500 feet. Travelers who visited inside the fall pretty advocated including the Snow Bowl in your itinerary, describing the autumn colorings as remarkable from the pinnacle of the gondola. Meanwhile, wintry weather downhill skiers stated the slopes have been properly manicured and furnished various alternatives for each newbie and skilled powder hounds. However, some reviewers have been disenchanted with the mediocre client service.